position, 6'7", number 0, the other forward, at 6'6", number 7,
take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. LeBron James out there with Avdija. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Charlotte, they've got LaMelo Ball. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Anthony Melton. With the season just getting underway, how much weight should we put on these early results, RJ?
Ooh, the early season does carry some importance for some clubs. I'd say teams on the younger side or the teams that have reshaped rosters.
Now here's Doncic. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3.
You know, it's not his forte, but still, Luka can hit threes. He keeps you honest.
Bridges outside. Back to Ball. Launches a 3. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Now Doncic. Stolen by Ball. About a minute played here so far in the first. And here's Knipple from the arc. Doesn't go for him. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Avdija. Here's Doncic on the wing. Reeves. And there's James from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's the improvement of his game. You got to guard Bron close at the perimeter. He can be so efficient from out there.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Sinks the tray. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
And look at Luka now, getting aggressive at the arc. He was eager to answer that last 3.
Bridges outside. Reeves against Melton. Clock at 6. And here's Knipple from the arc. And Charlotte, another 3.
The rookie Knipple with the confident answer. A 3 of his own after the 1 on the other side.
Pass to Avdija. James outside. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
From deep, Melton. No good. The Lakers lead by 4. James passes to Avdija. Back to James. Knocks down the long J. James has got 9.
And they are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Kobe White, he's checked in for Charlotte. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for the last handful of seasons for LeBron James.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game, and a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
Here's Knipple. Pass the ball. Up and over Doncic. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
Yeah, inside ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Ball no good.
Well, the defense was fortunate. That was a good look from mid-range. He just was trapped.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
And here's Charlotte now, after the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. On the wing, Reeves. James, outside. Drops in the 3. James has got 14 points for the game.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Now here's Ball. Shot clock at 6. No good again that time. Los Angeles leading by 12. Pass to Reeves. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Charlotte, no good that time either.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
James finds Reeves. And Doncic the bucket on the assist by Reeves. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Ball taking his time here. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Clicking from deep. 4 threes made in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. They've got Jake LaRavia, Luke Kennard out there with Austin Reeves. Then there's Jackson Hayes, and it's Hachimura in at the 4-man spot.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Staying healthy isn't easy in the NBA, Richard. Just look at Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Rui's always been pestered by that injury bug. Coming into this season, he's never hit 70 games. Just shows you how tough it is to stay healthy in this league.
Now here's LaRavia. Still no points. Hayes, the pass to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Hayes with a screen. And here's Reeves outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. No, he's checked in for James. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. Fourth, the Hornets.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. And that one's good. LaRavia.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Lakers going out and acquiring superstar talent in Luka Doncic. LeBron James said, everything I do on the floor, Doncic has the ability to do it or even do it better. That's how great he is. Even at his young age, he's such a unique, special player. A generational talent. Guys, back to you.
They're happy to have him. Allie, appreciate the report. Here's Hachimura, and it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Oh, what a finish. Rui showing off that athletic ability.
Bridges outside. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Changes for Charlotte. Knipple comes in for Williams, and LaMelo Ball is subbed in for White. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. James comes in for Hachimura. Avdija, he's checked in for LaRavia. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Reeves. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Doncic with it. Give him 8 points now. And they doubled up Doncic. Avdija from outside. The rebound by Bridges. Hornets trail by 16. Melton passes to Bridges. Ball against Doncic. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Now Los Angeles moving it up. Here's James. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Richard, you wouldn't think LeBron James could improve, but that three-point shot has become really consistent.
And, well, now you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter at all times. That creates lanes for him to drive or create for others.
Williams is checked in for Charlotte.
Some things change, but LeBron stays the same. Still the same leader on the floor. The same player. It is truly impressive.
Here's Knipple. Back to Ball. The three is up. Charlotte gets it back. Williams finds Melton. 6 to shoot. And there's the screen. From downtown. Doncic against Ball. The kick out to Williams. Here's the three. To the right side. And here's Knipple from the arc. And Ayton pulls it down.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Kennard can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 19. Pass the Ball. Minute 32 left to play in the first half.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Kennard passes to James. Soft touch off the glass. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you got to make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Here's Knipple, defended by Avdija. Melton against Kennard. The floater, rebounded by the Lakers. James has got 4 rebounds now.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, he just finds a way. Ball determined to get that bucket.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Kennard passes to Doncic.
Hornets foul.
And Los Angeles making a change here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Pass to James. Now here's Reeves. Just 5 on the clock. Ayton passes to James. Outside Reeves. Avdija from outside. The shot off that time. And so it's Los Angeles. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome. LeBron James in the spotlight again. He has been getting it done. Well, before we move on to the next part of the show, hey, Jet, you get enough sleep last night?
Why you asking? I'm a little tired, but, you know, I'm a busy man, Ernie. You know, I got a lot going on, but I'm here. Like, what's going on? I'm ready. What are we doing here?
We're on now, but don't worry about it. You can sleep behind the desk. Nobody will even notice you're gone. Hey, get him a pillow.
Come on, fellas. We got a job to do. Take it a little seriously, would you?
Bring me a pillow, too.
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Hornets.
They are out of sync. Too much individual play. They got to work together to create better looks.
Hard to argue with that, given their field goal percentage here. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And here's Charlotte now. As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Grant.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, B.A. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
DeAnthony Melton out there with LaMelo Ball. Then it's Miles Bridges. Then it's Knipple. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
What I appreciate about LeBron is how much he loves being a leader. He knows how much his teammates count on him.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from James. The Hornets shooting poorly, just 29% from the floor in this game. Pass to Bridges. To the inside. Banked it in off the glass.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now, here is James. He's got 21. Ball outside. There's a screen. Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And a sweet dime. Ball has the playmaker's instinct.
And it's James with the jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Pass to Knipple. Puts up a deep three. Rebound, the Lakers. James has got 5 rebounds in the game. Avdija from outside. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Not afraid to throw his big body around. Ayton good at keeping plays going.
Outside Reeves. Ayton passes to James. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Throws it up high.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Well, one of the many things that's impressive about Luka Doncic, he double clutches so well.
Right, and he even absorbs contact in the air, and somehow, some way, still has a very high field goal percentage. Luka, his game defies logic. Maybe Luka's logic.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. LeBron wants his respect. He said the work that goes into still playing at this level has to be respected. They say, would you rather be loved or respected? For me, it's always about respect. People can lie and say they love you, but you can always gauge when someone is not respecting you. Brian, back over to you.
He's earned it. Allie, thank you. Now, here is James. 23 points in the game. He takes it in. The kick out to Ball. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, very strong for a guard. Knipple can do damage around the rim.
Richard, it's hard to believe, but this is already LeBron's 8th season with the Lakers.
Yeah, surpassing his first 7 seasons with the Cavs. And look, this is his longest consecutive streak with one team, and he's got a championship to show for it.
First free throw is good.
And primarily in college, Knipple was used as a floor spacer, a guy who is lethal from range. But he showed signs of being able to make plays and crash the glass as well.
And Charlotte making a change here. White's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Hayes comes in for DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kennard in for Reeves. So he gets them both. Los Angeles leading by 21. Kennard outside. Pass to Hayes. Here's Doncic. Launches it. The Lakers with another miss. Ball outside. Back to White. Inside. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist from White. Bridges has got 10.
Part of the development of White's game, setting up teammates more.
To the paint. Stolen by Bridges. Here's Ball. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Now here's Doncic. Give him 8. Shoots over ball. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Here's Charlotte. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Pass to Bridges. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. James comes in for Ball. And then for Los Angeles, Hachimura's checked in for LeBron. LaRavia comes in for Avdija. And Austin Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Diabate. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Now here's Reeves. Kennard outside. 5 on the clock. LaRavia. No good on the 3. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Down by 15. White for 3. Drains the triple. White's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
After a brutal first half from the field, their shots are finally starting to fall.
Here's Reeves. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Diabate's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Knippel. And it's LaRavia with a rebound.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
To end the drought. Not going to go that time. And so it's Los Angeles, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves out there with Smith. Then there's Hayes, and it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul. James is checked in for Los Angeles.
Lakers substitution, number 9, Bronny James.
Melton passes to Ball. The floater. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Out to James. And the 3 off target. Hornets trail by 12. Down low. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Ball.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Reeves. 6 on the shot clock. Hachimura with a screen on White. The shot by Reeves, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Los Angeles foul. James.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for James.
Lakers substitution, Luka Kennard. Luka Doncic.
Here's Ball. 5 to shoot. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. The Lakers lead by 10. Hachimura, the pass to Kennard. And here's Doncic outside. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Williams. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
For your Hornets, number 11, Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now here's Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Diabate. And the deficit down inside single digits.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Some changes for Charlotte. Miles Bridges checked in for Diabate, and Knippel subbed in for LaMelo Ball. And then for Los Angeles, James comes in for LaRabia, and it's Avdija in for Kennard. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Ali. And he comes up with a bucket. James has got 25 points in the game.
So unpredictable in pick and roll sets. James just taking what he sees and lets it open up.
White looking it over. Hits a three-pointer.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for White. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Reeves comes in for Hachimura. Doncic outside. Over Ball, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
They set the pick. Now Bridges. Two on the clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Lakers ball.
Los Angeles ball.
The Lakers lead by 9. Avdija outside. Here's James. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And again for 3.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. For Charlotte, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Here's Knippel. Outside Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take a lead? Let's see.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Steps back. Ball fires. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Doncic from 12 feet out. Cash.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Outside Bridges. Can't get the 3. The Lakers shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Here's Avdija. Now Doncic. Outside Avdija. Puts up the tray. Can't get it. And the Hornets with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. 7-second difference between the shot. Good! Another from 3.
And he shattered the franchise's single-season high. Listen to the crowd here. They know exactly how special this season has been for him.
To set the franchise record for 3s in a season, they love him here. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
LaMelo Ball. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Luka Doncic.
Take a break.
Taking
Take a
two
break.
shots.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Spins. Ball. Rebounded by Doncic.
I think that spin move might have put him off balance a little as he's unable to find the cup.
Third team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Luka Doncic. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And so it's the Lakers with the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
LeBron, you've accomplished so much in this league. How have you been able to sustain it for so long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations, and for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humbled.
Well, you're a sponge for knowledge, and you have a great work ethic, and it's been fun to watch. Thanks, LeBron.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.